Hello everyone, welcome in this class. As we are discussing our chapter number 9, that is urban livelihood. In our previous class, we already discussed about what is urban livelihood. We discussed about rickshawala, street vendors and different other seasonal migrants, how they earn their livelihood, how they struggle to earn their livelihood. So today we will continue this chapter and today we will discuss about some other job sectors in city like BPO, call center and government sector jobs. So let's start our class.
Next, we are coming to workshops in factory. In every city, you find some factory workshops are there. There also, we can see two types of employees. One is temporary and another one is permanent. Now, who are the temporary workers? Temporary workers are getting job the time when there are heavy workload. Like take example of a tailoring factory where at the time before any of the festivals you all are ready to buy your new clothes. From where you are getting them? They are coming from factory workshops, tailoring factory workshops. So, this is the time when factory has more work, and whenever the factory has more work, they are prone to hire some of the temporary workers who will be working for them throughout the day. Sometime 10 hours or sometime it is 12 hours also, and then they will be replacing someone else depending on that they are paid how many hours they are working. They don't have any PF, they don't have any allowance. If they are not coming to their work, they are not paid. If their health is not well, there is nothing to take care of them. Rather, they will be losing their salary also. They are temporary workers. On the other side, we can see even in the factory, we can find permanent workers. They have their fixed salary. Mostly they are in the high position. They are working for the long time for the factory, or they have much education, or their professional educational experience also. Based on that, they are paid. Their salary is fixed, and whatever factory benefits are there, they are eligible to get all the factory benefits. Temporary workers may lose their job every 6 months or every 3 months when factory workload is less. But this time, permanent workers, for them work is fixed, so they are not in fear every time to lose their job. If they work more, that time they also get extra allowance also. They have many this type of allowance. They have their health allowance also. So if they are not well, in that case they can get some medical benefits. If and it is not only for those permanent workers, but for their family members also, factory is providing that. So the major population of the urban areas, we can see that people are working in the factory workshops. Next, we are coming to the office sector. Every city you can find there is some places in cities which is exclusively the office sector. People, those who are working there, they mostly are permanent workers. They have their own offices to work. They need not to work in a very poor hygienic conditions also. And sometime how the factory temporary worker or the street vendor they are working like, they have beautiful setup in office. People are sitting there. Their responsibilities are also fixed and their work is also permanent. Whatever as per the government rule benefits an employee must get, even those office employees, they are getting those benefits. Coming to the next, government job sector. The most secure sector, most secure livelihood for any people in the city. Once you get a government job, that means you are serving people on behalf of government. Government is paying those people to serve the citizen of the country. So, government job sector, mostly administrative, their work procedure is different and their work type is also different. They are more responsible to provide services to the people, like the police, like the IAS or IPS officer, or the municipal corporation people, those who are working for the people for their betterment. With them, we can live peacefully and properly. Next, we are coming to IT and BPO job sector. This is another sector which is developing very popular in most of the cities. We can see, if we can take example of Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mumbai, we will see the many call centers are there. There are BPO office. What is this BPO office? That is back office processing. Some few countries like United States, like UK, Ireland, they are providing some job to countries like India, like China, and people as in the area of globalization, as it is all internet connected. These people sitting in Asian countries, they are working for the Western world also. Now, how it is beneficial for them? If you take the round clock, if you take the example of time, if it is day for us, it is night for them. If it is night for us, it is day for them. So, these call centers or BPOs, they are actually supporting people working the time when those people are sleeping also. So, it is round the clock work. How at the time of globalization, it is never stop. At the call centers, what the people are doing? They are providing service to the people. Which people? The people, those who are working maybe for some BPOs of United Kingdom or some BPOs of United States. They may help them to solve out the problem in their computer login, or some service sector in insurance or loan repayment, anything. It can be financial, economical, anything. These people are sitting here. They trained, they are using their telephone connection, telecommunication system, internet problems and they are responding to the people sitting in other side of the world, and they are solving their problem in that way. IT sector is booming in India. In this stage, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mohali, Delhi, Mumbai, they are really the places, even Chennai, these are the places where we can find many of the IT companies. Even the towns like Thiruvananthapuram, they also flourishing with IT companies because India is the one of the major South Asian countries which supply the maximum yield from IT sector. So these IT people also, they are working, they actually turned as a separate group in the city who is really contributing a lot for the development of the cities also, as with their livelihood, with their lifestyle, they also are creating many of the opportunities for the people, those who are coming here, those who are in search of job. This IT sector also giving promise to a huge youth group, those who are working here. Other than that, one, I have discussed already in this. You will find doctors, you will find nurses here, you will find hospitals in city areas. Whenever there is any health problem other than going to the government hospital, many people from the village also, they prefer to come to the big hospitals, private hospitals in the city. So, urban livelihood sector, we can find like doctor, nurses, or the people, those who are related to the hospitals, related they are related to hospital services, hospital related services, even the hotel services also, food processing. Not only that, even that people, those who are catering some food, like now you can see many big food vendors like cafe and like McDonald's, like this type of people, those who are selling food every day. There is a new dawn with new ideas. Before few years also, when whenever your father has to buy something, he has to go to the market. But now your mother using laptop, she is ordering for entire month grocery, and within 2 or 3 hours that entire items waiting at your doorsteps. Yes, in this service is only available in some big cities, developed cities. These types of development only happens in urban areas due to the infrastructure. Urban livelihood is multiple. It is not like the rural one, which is confined to a particular sector. You think you will get many of them that I have not even touched. Many other ways of living, many other types of professions you will find there in city areas. So urban livelihood, they are much more modified, advanced, and structural than the rural livelihood. So this is all about our chapter number 9. It is urban livelihood.